Hi guys, it's Sarah. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing really well wherever you are. Today it is a lovely day in Newcastle. A bit cloudy but sunny. Inspired by the blue clouds, I thought I would do this kind of negative cut crease with a little bit of a neon yellow pop. So if you want to see how this makeup tutorial turned out, then stay tuned and I will see you very soon. Bye! Hello everyone. Okay, I have primed my face with the number 7 Airbrush Away primer, and I'm taking the Makeup Revolution Pro micro brow pencil in soft brown and I'm just doing my brows. I also primed them with the Benefit Brow Vo primer. Really been loving that at the moment. Really helps kind of create those fluffy brows, and I love the fact that this spoolie brush comes attached to the pencil as well, and I think it was only £4, so an absolute bargain. And it really does help get in there, define the brows. If you've got really thin brows, you can do really fine brush strokes and create those kind of hair-like strokes with this pencil, so it's really lovely. And today I'm going to be doing, like at the start, this negative cut crease, which I've never really done one like that before. So I'm really excited to do that. And I'm kind of trying to dig through some palettes that maybe I've not used before. So after I've done this, I'm going to take the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Concealer in shade C2. And I'm just going to prime my eyes. I love this for a primer. And I like using my finger with this as well. It gets in all the nooks and crannies. I like to kind of go up and around at my temples just in case I go outside the lines. And I just kind of like to warm it up on the skin as well, which is really nice. Kind of looks like I've got a mask on. And then I'm going to take the Plouise Acid Rain shade in Nitro and I'm going to draw out like this graphic liner style cut crease effect. Wing. How many things do I want to say there? And I'm using this as a base for when I put down my shadows, so I know where I'm going, and help just those shadows be a little bit more pigmented. I actually just tried to do this before and realised I didn't put anything down, and that's why I had to redo it. And I'm just thickening up around the base there next to my lash line, just so it actually looks like liner as well. And then we're going to take my Anastasia Beverly Hills / Novena Volume 2 palette, and I'm going to take the shade D5 in there and just get the line kind of defined and put on there. I still, as I always say, I still have a bit of trouble with the P. Louise bases and things like that, but I'm getting the hang of it. So if you've got any top tips on how to use the P. Louise bases, please let me know. Because I do see people using the Acid Rain paints as a base, and I think I'm getting better at it, but you know. So like I say, I'm just kind of going over the line there with this D5 shade and just kind of defining that. But I'm leaving the outer wing. And then I'm going to go in with the shade Showboat and just soften any harsh lines within there. And I like these Real Technique brushes because they're kind of fluffy but also quite densely packed as well. So it's good for buffing. Buff. And then between that, I'm going to take the shade Why Though from the Bperfect palette and just again lighten those up. So I'm just going between the three, the D5 from the Novena palette, the Showboat shade and the Why Though. Just going backwards and forwards, just building it up, and so that you can kind of see a definition. I definitely think when I go back and look at this, I feel like there could be like an extra layer added to that. But yeah, keep going backwards and forwards. And I'm just taking the shade Pillow Talk, which is that kind of white shade from the Bperfect palette for my brow bones. And then, as you can see, just backwards and forwards. Has anybody got the Carnival 3 palette yet? I really want that. Now, going back to the Novena palette, I'm taking C3, which is kind of like an indigo purpley shade. And I'm just popping that on the wing section. And then I'm also going in with the shade Wasted from this Bperfect Stacey Marie palette over that as well, because I thought a bit of purple would be quite nice, a little bit of pop of contrast and colour, and especially when I go to add the pigment, it'll look really, really nice and contrasting. A little bit of colour theory there for everyone. I love these little detailer brushes that Crown Brush do. They're really fab. Now I'm taking Blank Canvas by Plouise and Mitchell, and I'm just kind of cutting out the inner section. And the Crown brushes that I got there, this is another one. A lot of them are double-sided, which are really handy because they've got a smaller edge. I know some people don't like the double-sided ones, but I do. Now I'm taking Stargazer Neon Yellow Dazzle Dust, or just the Neon Yellow Pigment Dust, and I'm just packing that on. And anybody who uses like neon pigments knows they can be a little bit patchy, so you kind of just have to layer them up. Then taking Lush Radiant Pigment. Why they discontinued this, I don't know, because it's bloody amazing. But I'm taking that and I'm just kind of putting that on the inner section and just bringing the two together and kind of merging them, and then just touching up any lines and just making sure that they look defined and lovely. And that's, again, those detailer brushes are amazing because, again, with that yellow pigment, sometimes it just transfers down and you just got to make sure it looks all blended and nice and not disturbed by the yellow. So I'm tidying up with a little makeup wipe, just kind of sharpening the lines, taking away any fallout, which is inevitable with kind of pigment things. I'm just lining my lash line with the NYX Epic Ink Liner. This is a fantastic dupe for the KVD Vegan Beauty tattoo liner. So if you're wanting like an affordable epic, epic liner, then go for that. I'll leave a link down below to Amazon where you can get that from. Then using the last of my Urban Decay Naked Skin foundation in 0.5, I'm just going to do my face with a Real Technique sponge. I love this foundation and they've decided to discontinue it. So if anybody knows of nice alternatives to it, let me know in the comments, because the skin, it looks flawless whenever you use it. And it's nice and lightweight and it's not too drying. Oh, it's just such a nice foundation and I can't believe they got rid of it and broke my heart. And a couple of other people I know who really, really like this as well. I would say it's more like a medium coverage foundation, but you can build it up. And I think that's quite nice, other than just going straight in full whack, full coverage. So just going straight in there. And I do love these Real Technique sponges. They're only £5 and they're fab. Using the NYX Hydra Touch powder foundation in Porcelain, I'm just setting any areas with the Peaches, I think it's like PC30 brush. So good. I'm just not into setting powders at the moment, so I'm liking the powder foundations. Going in with Physician Formula's Butter Bronzer, which smells like holidays, just giving me face a bit of colour and bronzing up and carving out some potential cheekbones from those corona curves I've got over lockdown. But yeah, I like that brush as well. I think I got this from BH Cosmetics. It's quite a nice dense brush, good for that. And I'm just going to set my brows with some Control Freak by NYX. This is my favourite brow gel because it doesn't leave your brows crunchy. So if you like a non-crunchy brow, give that a whirl. Taking the Amazonian Clay blusher by Tarte in Feisty. Just going to blush up my cheeks and add a little bit of sunshine on there. I like orangey kind of blushes. So especially when you've got blue or green on your face, it really kind of adds a bit of contrast. So just a little bit over the nose as if I've been out in the sun. Now I'm going to take the shade Make Waves under, I tell a lie, Nuke, underneath my lash line. A little pop of green under there as well. And then I'm going to take this terrible Nude by Nature kohl pencil. I really was going to try and give it another go, but it just doesn't have any pigment, so don't buy that. Use something else like Soap and Glory or NYX, but I'm lining my eyes with that. I'm kind of giving it a good going through, and also adding some more Nuke to the under eyes and just blending out any harsh lines. I think I take a little bit of the Hype from the Carnival palette as well, just to lighten it. Yeah, and just add a little bit of brightness. Now taking Pound Lashes Sweetener Lashes. I'm getting some glue on there, so whilst they're setting, I'm going to take the Rachel Loves Pixie palette and add the shade Clutch for a bit of highlighter. This is one of my favourite shade from that palette and one of my favourite highlighters at the moment because it looks like natural and healthy. Then the Soap and Glory Thick and Fast Mascara. I like this underneath lashes. I think it gives that definition, but like not so long that you struggle to get your lashes on afterwards. And do some little touch-ups there. You can see on the left eye, which is your right when you're watching it, there's a bit of transfer from the neon powder, which I don't think I've realised. So I don't, oh no I have, there we go, and I'm just touching that up. And just going back in with my liner. How do you think I'm doing with these voiceovers? Am I doing okay? I've only done a few, and so it's hard to kind of fill the time in between when you're doing this as well. I do like this brush, it gets right in underneath. And I'm going to take MAC Cream Sheen lipstick in the shade Please Me. This is a really nice kind of nudie pink colour. Nice and subtle in comparison to my neon yellow and blue eyeshadow. Now I've got my lashes on, and here's a little bit of posing for you. What do you think? Here's the finished look. These lashes are amazing. $1.99 from Pound Lashes. Absolute bargain. I'll leave a link down below for you so you can see them. But this is it. So if you like what I've done, give it a little thumbs up. If you want to, you can subscribe to my channel. You can follow me on Instagram at Sarah Jameson MUA or TikTok at Sarah Squids MUA. But for now, thank you very much for watching. I'm a little zhuzh there. And I'll see you all later. Bye.